trading a cat into a parrot in Adopt Me. So they're gonna go and start off with a cat and trade it into a pudding cat, which already is actually a really good trade, as this is a pretty rare pet that's out of the game. So starting off, they've already gone and got a really good trade for their cat, and it's only going to go and get better, because the player then managed to go and get a corgi for free. That's right, you can actually pretty easily go and get free pets in Adopt Me, but somehow this person managed to get a free ultra rare corgi. And then what they traded this corgi for was actually a bee and a Pomeranian. This is already a massive win for them. Now these aren't trades that I'm doing myself. These are all done by someone called Illumi. They then went and got that Pomeranian that they just got and traded into a Komodo dragon, as this one probably has a bit more value. Then they managed to trade the bee and the Komodo dragon for a sloth, which is another Robux pet which is out of the game, making it even more valuable. And then they managed to also get a therapy dog with it. Alongside that, they got the pet mouse and also this pretty good gift. Now each time they're going and doing a trade, they're making sure that they go and get an upgrade. Since their goal is to trade from a cat all the way to a parrot, you have to slowly go and upgrade your trades every single time, which is kind of the whole premise of trading in Adopt Me. They then traded the therapy dog with the mouse and the gift and managed to go and get a Robux item, a gorilla and also a rhino. I think they probably could have got a better trade than this, but getting a Robux item is always handy. They then traded the beetle and the monkey and got a bee back, which is kind of crazy because a couple trades before they literally just had a bee and they traded things and basically got another one completely for free. They then traded a bee and a sloth, and in return they got a white tiger and also a starfish. Personally, I think this is a bit of an L trade because both of these are Robux and I wouldn't say there's that much hype or demand behind these. They could have easily traded these two for one legendary pet compared to going and getting these. They then traded the magic door for a tree kangaroo and an East Asia egg. And then they decided that they're going to test their luck and actually hatch the egg, and I wonder what they're going to get. Imagine if they get a legendary, that would speed this whole process up quite a bit. And what did they hatch? They got the little starling. Do you want to know what computer I use to make my videos? This is CyberPower PC, the company that made my computer. They sell pre-built gaming PCs, and they use the most up-to-date hardware. You can even go and get custom gaming PCs like myself. And these things look absolutely amazing. They have 20 years plus of experience and a 5-year warranty. My computer from them is over 4 years old and still works perfectly. So check out CyberPower PC today, the link's in the description and the pinned comment. And then they traded the tree kangaroo, which is a pretty good pet, for the legendary duckling, which I'd say is a pretty good trade since this one has been out of the game for longer and will probably go and raise more value. And in terms of preppiness, I'd say they're pretty equal. I'm not sure at what point, but they somehow managed to go and trade some pets for the Yule log dog, and in return they got a pretty decent pet. Not only did they get one, they got quite a few pets for this. Starting off, they got the brown bear, and then moving on to the second pet, they got the water moon bear, and after that they actually got a neon pet, which was a neon with a ride potion ant. Alongside that, they got a cat, which is what they literally started off this whole trading challenge with. Alongside that, they got a really rare legendary pet swear and some other rare items such as this vehicle, which I think was meant to cost you Robux, alongside these other items which are pretty hard to go and get. And time to go and do an inventory check. Believe it or not, they started off with a cat, and this is currently what they have in their inventory from going and doing this trades. It looks pretty promising so far, considering they've got some legendaries which you probably wouldn't expect them to have. Up next, they traded their brown bear. These bears are very preppy and have a lot of value. And what did they go and offer? Well, they actually got an overpay trade. They had someone offer them a pink cat with a ride potion on it, which is already way over what it should be. Up next, they added two other pets. Two pets which are very high in value. One of those legendary ducklings again, and then also a legendary gorilla astronaut. So they managed to go and get two legendaries and a really rare old pet, just because of this pet is pretty preppy. That pink cat that they just got has a lot of value. It's an old pet, it's got ride on, it's literally one of the first pets ever to come into the game, so they were able to go and trade it for some pretty good stuff. In return, they were able to go and get a polar bear with a ride potion on it. And they also got an ice moth dragon with a ride potion on it, and they also got one other thing, the red dragon with a ride potion on it as well, meaning they're doing pretty good for their inventory now. They actually had a standard regal chest that they got earlier in a trade. They opened it up and they only got the common shades from it. They then managed to trade the ant and the dragon for a minion chick, a fool's egg, and an ice moth dragon. This is a pretty big win. That ice moth dragon has quite a bit of value. They then managed to go and trade the ice moth dragon and the fool's egg for one ride potion. I think they probably could have got 2 to 3 ride potions for this if they found the correct person, but they only managed to go and get one, which is kind of sad, but still pretty decent. Then they somewhat got a ride reindeer. I don't know how they did this or at what point. I guess they didn't show every single trade in this video, as there's probably so many trades that had to go and take place, and in return they got quite a lot of good things. I wish my trade offers were this good. Honestly, those were amazing. They traded 2 ride potions for 2 sharks, which is pretty good. They then traded a ride potion for a ride golden unicorn. Again, these trades are absolutely amazing. Then they managed to go and get another shark, and then they traded that unicorn for a shark, which is, I guess, how they got the 2 sharks, maybe? Now they have 4 sharks. Got a neon octopus for trading 4 sharks. This was the best offer that they got for the neon octopus, a fly ride turtle. Okay, so we're getting into some old pets, and that's probably a pretty good trade since the turtle's old. Then they traded the turtle, and wow, did they get a good offer. Oh my word, I didn't know the turtle had this much value. They got a neon fly ride king bee, a ride lava dragon. What in the world? And they also got ads. They got a ride phoenix and also a ride octopus. These trades that they managed to go and get are absolutely insane. They then managed to go and trade the neon fly ride king bee and the ride octopus for a neon fly ride goldhorn. These trades are literally crazy. That's a really big win for them because the goldhorn's pretty old. They then traded the neon fly ride goldhorn, the lava dragon, the phoenix, and the tree kangaroo for a ride monkey, which I think is, they were definitely over. I don't know why they decided to do this trade. They had so many good previous trades, but I guess they wanted to try and find this monkey to try and get more overpays. Was this a good trade? I don't know. Is that a good trade? They probably had better pets off in the last one, so I wouldn't go and accept that if I was them. But I guess they got the chicken and some other stuff, and they can then go and trade a golden rat, a chicken, and a tiger. And what did they get in return? A neon silly duck. Honestly, I didn't know that was so much value in comparison. And then they traded that neon silly duck and a neon fly ride polar bear. And what did they get? A neon ride pink cat. Wow, trading values are so hard to keep up with, guys. These things are absolutely like really difficult to try and know what's what and what's a good trade. They were helping someone with a challenge. They traded their water moon bear just for a cat. I mean, you gotta help them out sometimes. If not, this challenge wouldn't have been possible. A neon pink cat for a ride Dalmatian. I don't know if that's a good deal, but apparently Dalmatians can get overpaid since they're good. Apparently, they then traded their ride Dalmatian for a mega sunrise duckling. Now that's kind of hard to believe for me, but I guess it is possible. I don't know who is that crazy to do that trade. Honestly, I need to find these people. Then they just traded that mega duck and in return got a mega black panther, a neon duck, and 2 rhinos. Wow, these trades are literally going insane. They're getting so many big wins. I don't know too much about the values of this, but I guess that's a win as this is really old. They traded 2 rhinos in return. They got a neon fly ride red dragon. Pretty decent. Okay, then they traded 3 things for a neon fly ride lion. Is that good? They're trading a mega black panther. I wouldn't say that's a win. They did the trade. Okay, then you can trade a neon lion for a mega unicorn and a neon flyride snow owl. Okay, that's interesting. Then they traded the neon snow owl for one kangaroo. What's the kangaroo gonna get? The kangaroo goes and gets you 2 different legendaries and a flyride zombie buffalo. I don't know if that's a win, but the lavender dragon is pretty rare, I guess. Okay, this one's definitely an interesting trade. I thought they would have got more overpay for this. They said they hope they don't regret it, but I don't know about that. Cows seem to get overpays. They missed their elephant though. Okay, I don't know what's rarer. Then they got all of this. Honestly, I don't know. They traded the Ride Arctic Ranger and in return got a bunch of pretty cool neons. I didn't know they were worth this much. I have a Mega Arctic Ranger. I gotta do some more trading, guys. Look how many legendaries they added for this. What in the world? Apparently Arctics get overpays. They sure do. They basically just doubled it. They're happy with this trade, then they can find someone else who overpaid for the Arctic. Inventory check. Okay, let's see what they got. Wow. This is like literally a rich inventory, and they've only started off with a cat, which is kind of insane. Look at all of those trades just for an Arctic. That's insane. I was over, I'm pretty sure. Nobody else would offer for the legendary, so they had to try and get something like high tier. They're definitely over. What in the world? They just traded so many legendaries for that. That's kind of ridiculous. I can't believe this, but they actually went and added 3 legendaries afterwards for free. And then they decided that they would go and trade every single pet that they own apart from a phoenix, which is kind of crazy. Very big, bold move. And what did they trade every pet they own for? A neon ride hyena. Honestly, I don't know that hyenas had this much value. And that seems absolutely insane to me that they'd go and accept this trade. Was it a good trade? Honestly, I've got no clue. They then traded their Neon Flyride Phoenix for a Neon Flyride Swan. I need to trade some of my old pets, guys. I definitely need to. Then they traded the 2 pets that they only have left, which are both pretty rare old pets. And in return, they got a Neon Flyride Crocodile, which honestly, again, I thought that the hyena was rarer than the crocodile. Then they traded the Neon Crocodile for a Mega Reindeer. I didn't know these pets had so much value. That's kind of crazy. Then they traded a regular kangaroo, and they traded it for just straight up a meerkat. I don't think that's a good trade. That doesn't seem too good to me. They traded the meerkat and got 2 Robux pets. Each Robux pet costs over 1,000 Robux each, and they both have ride potions on it, making it a pretty good trade in terms of values of Robux. Then they traded all of their pets that they have for a Mega Flyride Turkey. I don't know if that's a good trade. I kind of forgot what the turkeys come out of. Maybe they come out of the farm egg. And then finally, the last pet that they needed to go and trade, the Mega Flyride Turkey, and in return, they got the Parrot. That's right, they managed to go and trade from a cat to a parrot, which is absolutely insane. I definitely need to up my game in terms of trading values, so I know what I'm doing next time. And shout out to Illumi for letting me react to their video. Click this video here to see all 98 Adopt Me game passes that I bet you don't even know about. Some of them are insane.